Good day. Welcome back to my neck of the woods. My name's Dika, and I'm going to share some experiences with you. But today I am going to talk about a broadhead that I just started using this season. It's called the Grizzlystik Samurai. It's an amazing broadhead. Before I get started, if you mind subscribing to my channel, like my videos, and make any comments, and don't forget to ring that bell. That's going to alert you of any new videos that I got coming out. So I wrote down some specs for you that you can get from the website, just to give you an idea. So it's the Samurai here. I got two of them here. So I have the 200 grain single bevel Samurai. The MSRP is $89.99 for three of them. But Grizzlystik has sales all the time where you can get them half price, where you can get them for $50 or $60. I just bought three more for this past Cyber Monday sale, and I believe I paid $49 for another three pack. What else do we got? It's 440 stainless. It's like I said, it's a right bevel. I've never seen a left bevel single bevel. I think they're all right bevels. Put in the comments if you do know someone who makes it a left bevel. Not that it matters. It sticks with the right helical that you put your feathers or your vanes on. 58 Rockwell hardness, and the measurements are the length is 3.28 inches and the width is 1.13. All right. It has a tanto tip, which gives you that sort of point, but it's sort of bludgeoned too. I think that's all I got. And it comes in a plastic case. I think it's an error to come in the plastic case. If you ever buy any of them, if you know a way to get them out of the case short of using a pair of pliers or cutting yourself, I want to know that in the comments too, because I can't figure it out. They come where they're sort of screwed into a plastic case at the bottom, and they're all sticking out like this, and you short of cutting yourself, you can't unwind them because they're so close together. You can't spin them, and so I just grab a pair of pliers and I just sort of wiggle it out, and it comes out. So anyway, this was my first year using these, and I loved them. Before that, I had a 125 Ramcat, and I really had no reason to change, but I've sort of fallen on this bandwagon of this craze that's going on with forward of sender and heavy arrows, and I just love the look of this. I love the primitive of it, the primitiveness of it, and it just looks gorgeous to me. So I tried it. So I thought it's December 4th today. I've shot 3 deer with this, and all of them did not go far at all. Now, granted, everything comes down to shot placement, but both of them, all 3 of them, were not like the optimal. One of them was a double lung shot, and it went through like butter, and I didn't even hear it. You didn't hear that sort of thwack sound that you hear when you hit a deer. I don't know if it's the heavy arrow that I have, or just the forward of sender, or just that it's so sharp right out of the box that I didn't hear anything. Normally when you draw and you hit a deer, it goes thwack, or it makes this noise, or if you hit bone, you hit bone and whatnot. But everyone says, oh, did it sound good when you hit? I didn't hear anything. It just went through like it wasn't even there. First one was double lunged, no problems, ran 25 yards, and that was good. The second one I hit it really high, and it hit in the spine, broadside. It must have hit a twig or something. It was about a 30-yard shot, and the arrow went straight through the spine, and the deer just dropped. I've never had that happen with any broadhead before. Now, it could be that I shoot a 700 grain arrow. That could be it, and it's about 23% forward of center. But I think there's something to that single bevel that it kind of torques when it hits anything. If it hits just the flesh inside, or if it hits bone. But it didn't even hesitate. I have lighted nocks, and I just saw it just go straight through. It wasn't like it stuck in and it ran and it broke off. Went straight through, and I found it maybe I don't know, 25 yards past the deer, and it was buried into a log. It was buried, this is the actual one that I shot, and it was buried up to here in a log that was like this big around. So that being said, I mean, just the penetration alone, and what it did is, I don't know if you can see the tips here. This is a newer one, and this is the one that I shot. It kind of bludgeoned that tip right there. Now, the durability is unsurpassed any broadhead that I've ever used. But granted, I've been shooting those Ramcats, and they have those sort of flimsy blades on the side with a really nice ferrule. I didn't miss. I thought I would miss the 1.5 cut that the Ramcat has, but I didn't. Granted, everything comes down to shot placement, but there's something in with this length and that maybe that S cut that it does, but everything I shot did not go far. The third deer that I shot, I hit it. I hit it up high again, and it went through the aorta, and clipped a little bit of the spine, but that one ran like 45 yards, but it was zigzagged, and we were able to find it real easy. When I tried these, when I got them, and going through a deer, it really dulls them. They come razor sharp when you buy them, and there's multiple ways to resharpen it. I know the Ranch Fairy has a method that he uses with sandpaper, and I didn't have a jig, so I just took a stone to it, a regular sharpening stone that I've had for upwards of 15 years, and I was able to get them razor sharp again. It wasn't. I used the method where I, excuse me, I put a Sharpie on the edge, and then I just took a stone to it right over it, and I mean, it wasn't hard to get that edge back. I mean, you could see this one. Hopefully you can see it. It's got a little nick right there. This is the one that I shot through the spine, and it stuck into the log, and this is razor sharp again. So I put this back in the quiver, and by my mistake, I picked this one up to shoot at the third deer, and that, I don't think that tip made a difference at all. It still went through like butter. And like I said before, all 3 shots that I've taken, I did not hear that sort of signature thwacking noise that you hear when you hit the lungs or the heart or even just the side of the deer. I did not hear any. Even when I hit the spine, I still didn't hear anything. It didn't make that bone sound like it's a brick wall. It just went right through like butter. Now, that could be attributed to that this is a 200 grain, but I think I'm only shooting 55 pounds. I'm shooting 55 pounds. I have a 29-inch draw length, so I don't have like crazy speed coming out of this. These probably shoot, I don't know, 200 feet per second, maybe a little more. I mean, they come out much slower than my other ones. Like I said, there's 710 grains total. And it didn't even make that, when it hit that spine, it just went straight through. No problems at all. I should have taken pictures for all this so I can show you, but this is my review on the Broadhead. I have searched high and low for something with some structural integrity, and like I said, this new bandwagon thing that's happening with forward of center and heavy arrows, I found it because I love being able to just sharpen the Broadhead back up and use it again. I will replace that one, and I'll keep this. I may keep it in the quiver or a backup arrow if I lose an arrow or something like that. But it's the way to go. I'm sure that the 125 version of this is equal quality. Grizzlystik does sell a sort of a cousin to this, or a twin of this. It's called the Overkill. Looks exactly like it, all the same specs, except the quality of the steel is less. And they retail for what these go for half price. They retail for $49.99 for a 3-pack. If I can never find these on sale, I may sort of transition into the Overkill ones because they're just more affordable. And I shoot deer and turkey. I don't know if I need the crazy integrity of the 440 steel. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at the moment. So check them out. I think they're really wonderful. Grizzlystik Samurai. This is the 200 grain version. Check out my videos. Like my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you have subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's been a good road so far. All right. Thank you. Till next time. I'll see you all later.